Man, what a show tonight. What a show. I'm the Godfather Soldiers Fleming, and name my topic tonight is called Brutality, Barbaric, and Bedlham in Boston. Will Survivor Series Wargames 2012 be any good 1 week from this Saturday night? So much as I say. Before I do, I'm going to open the show with a little bit of music. I'm going to open the show with I'm going to open up the show with trying to think. I'll open the show with this song called uh see Shining Star by Earth, Wind and Fire, number one hit single for 1975. So stick around, we'll be right back, and we get the music playing right back. Yep, Shining Star, #1 hit single from 1975, all we just heard. Let's get down to business with tonight's show by Earth, Wind, and Fire. Shining Star, let's get down to business with tonight's show. Okay. Then, now, forever together, WWE video leads us into the show. Pre-show rivals. Pre-show rivals. Shinsuke Nakamura is shown walking backstage. He'll face Sheamus in the Last Time Is Now tournament. Damian Priest is shown walking. He'll battle Rusev in the Last Time Is Now tournament match. The Kabuki Warriors are shown walking backstage. Women's World Champion Stephanie McMahon is shown walking. Raw Women's World Champion Stephanie McMahon is shown walking with the WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella. Vaquero defending the title against Raquel Rodriguez. An image of Westbury, Newbury, Massachusetts shown. John Cena grew up there. A huge Cena chant fires up. John Cena kicks off the WWE Raw for the last time in Boston. WWE CCO Triple H is in the ring. Triple H gives a tremendous reception. Triple H says that at a time when everyone has an opinion, many have an opinion on who the all-time great is. It could be an in-ring ability, charisma, box office attraction. They're all subjective. Levesque sees it as a lot of different sides as a fan, a talent, a performer, a businessman, and a promoter. He's not doing a good job, Triple H. Tonight might be one of those nights where everyone is in a building and can agree on one thing, and one thing only. When he breaks it down from every category aside as maybe most projective person there is only one person at the top of that list. That one person is a box office attraction that left in the ring every night for 20 years. Well, John Cena came to the WWE when he'd been in the WWE since 2002. He made his WWE in 2002, so he's been in the WWE for 23 years. He's been in WWE. 23 years. This is the one person that was ruthless on the microphone. It could tear anyone apart. This person did it all with a smile on his face because he loved this business as much as anyone on the face of this planet. He wanted to see it elevated to the biggest form of entertainment on this planet. That one person, when he looks at it objectively, is the single greatest asset that this business has ever seen. Objectively, he is, without a shout out, the greatest of all time. It is his honor to bring him out here for everyone to see. Triple H tells them to get up for their hometown hero, the greatest of all time, the Doctor of Thugonomics, hustle, loyalty, and respect, John Cena. John Cena comes out to a massive reaction. Cena's fired up. Cena says that was an amazing introduction. Ever since he announced his retirement, the one question he heard a lot he liked to face. A thank you Cena chant picks up. Cena says what happens here is a team effort, but it doesn't happen without the crowd. It is amazing how often this question came up. Who should John Cena face? Through it all, there was one question he wanted to hear. One person asked him that question. Who does he want to do? What does he want to do? His goal. What is his goal in this exercise? Cena's goal is to leave the business better than he found it. Cena is super excited about tonight because he with his Last Time Is Now tournament, WWE superstars will showcase their skills to see who will face them for the final time. Cena isn't going down without a fight. The one thing Cena wants to do is to make his last performance on December 13th at Saturday night's main event. A night to close one chapter, but it's also a night of opportunity. It'll be his final in-ring performance, but it will give a people a chance to showcase their skills. That tonight we'll see WWE superstars showcase their abilities against hungry NXT stars. It will close one chapter and pave the road ahead. That's what Cena wants for this tour. Cena also had to ask one last ask, and it was selfish, but he wanted to come to Boston one last time. So he doesn't book the dates or the towns. He's been in London, Brussels, and Perth. He just wanted to come to Boston one last time. Cena saw his first WWF bleeped out show in the old garden. It means everything to stand in the TD garden to feel the energy and joy. Cena wanted to thank them. Intercontinental Champion Dirty Dum Dum interrupts him. And wow, the nerve. Yeah, run your mouth, Johnson. Run your mouth, Dirty Dum Dum. Run your mouth. Isn't this a bad time for you to come out here and interrupt a legend in this business? The AAA Mega and Intercontinental Champion heads to the ring. Cena does not look happy. Yeah, him to come out here and have the audacity, yes, Dirty Dum Dum to come out here and have the audacity to interrupt Cena like this on his retirement tour. The crowd loudly boos Mysterio. Mysterio starts to speak Spanish. Triple H is still in the ring and looks confused. Mysterio says that Cena is talking about the future. The crowd cuts him off with a vulgar chant. Mysterio asks Triple H what is he doing, what is he going to do about last week. He is the greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time and the greatest AAA Mega Champion. Yeah, right. His celebration was interrupted by a deadbeat. He's talking about his own father. And Mysterio is the one who interrupts the old man's celebrations. What is most important is what happens to him. Cena says he wants to start again with Mysterio. Cena welcomes Dom Mysterio to Boston, Massachusetts. Mysterio says it's not about Cena or Boston. Mysterio tells Cena to sit in the corner, let the grown man handle business, and speak when spoken to, or he'll put Cena down. Wow, can you believe the audacity, the nerve, the gall of this snot-nosed little punk? Cena chuckles and looks down. Cena chants. The crowd looks down. The crowd chants, "You fucked up." Cena says that was a fine speech, but in the midst of his anger and ego, Mysterio forgets where he is and who he is talking to. He is John Cena, and this is Boston, Massachusetts. In any other place or city, you give Mysterio a chance. Tonight, Cena is invincible. Cena warns Mysterio to choose his words carefully. That's right. His big mouth. He picks a fight with Cena. If he picks a fight with him, he'll lose. It's the wrong time, wrong place, wrong guy. Cena will do Mysterio a favor. Out of the respect he has for his father, Rey Mysterio, he'll let Dum Dum turn around and walk his ass through a curtain. Yeah. Tell like it is, Cena. Mysterio looks completely unimpressed. Mysterio smirks and says, "Oh, really, John?" Cena will need more magic to touch him. Mysterio isn't even at his peak, and yet already better than Cena in his prime. Mysterio says another time, anytime, any place, any era, he would have whooped John Cena's ass. Another "you fucked up" chant picks up. Triple H says he agrees with the people of Boston, Massachusetts. Triple H mentions that Mysterio said any time, any place, in any era. Triple H says this is a good era, place, and time. If it's okay with Cena, Triple H tells Mysterio that he'll defend the Intercontinental Championship tonight, right here and right now, against the one and only John Cena. Triple H orders the referee to come down here so they can get to work. Triple H is fired up. Cena's fired up. Here we go. Intercontinental Championship. John Cena versus Dirty Dum Dum. Referee is Chad Patton. We join this match in progress to see Mysterio stomping Cena down in the corner. The crowd chants, "Let's go Cena." There is no dueling chant. Cena reverses a whip to the corner and hits a bulldog. Cena sends Mysterio into the ropes, but Mysterio holds and pulls himself out of the ring. Mysterio paces at ringside to rethink his strategy. Mysterio gets on the apron, but then he jumps down and begins to walk off. Cena chases after him and punches him. Cena hits headbutts, knocking him off the ringside area. Mysterio reverses a whip into the steel steps and taunts the crowd. Mysterio sends the overturned steps and poses. Mysterio gets Cena to his feet and bounces his face off the steps. Mysterio gets in the ring and taunts the crowd some more. The crowd is counting. Cena gets out, but gets in the ring at 9. Mysterio hooks Cena's head and starts up the three amigos. One amigo, two amigos, some shimmying, and a third amigo. Mysterio floats into a cover for a near fall. Mysterio pulls Cena up, but Cena starts to fight back. Cena attempts an attitude adjustment, but Mysterio slides off and hits a DDT for a 2 count. And go to commercial break. Back from break, Mysterio attempts to slingshot senton, but Cena gets the knees up. Cena's getting fired up. Cena ducks a clothesline, hits a pair of running shoulder tackles. Cena connects with a back suplex, powerbomb, and the crowd knows what's next. Cena says, "You can't see me," and drops a 5-knuckle shuffle. Cena picks Mysterio up for a double A. Mysterio slides off and drives a shoulder tackle into the ring post. Mysterio unties the top turnbuckle pad. The referee sees it and goes to put it back on. And he does. Mysterio goes outside and grabs a chair. Mysterio gets in the ring and smacks it off the mat. He tosses it to Cena and he starts to fall and falls as if he is being hit. Cena drops the chair and he falls down as well. The Eddie chant fires up, and by the way, it's been 20 years since we lost Eddie. And this Friday, and we all know that this Thursday will mark the 20th anniversary of his passing. Yeah, and the Eddie chant fires up. Cena smirks. Mysterio picks up the chair and the referee takes it away from him. Cena lifts Mysterio on the shoulders, but Mysterio holds the top rope. Cena pulls him away and accidentally knocks out the referee. Cena drops Mysterio down and puts him in the STF. And Mysterio taps out, and the referee is out. Cena cannot believe it. The crowd chants, "Ref, you suck. Ref, you suck." Mysterio goes to the outside and grabs the Intercontinental Championship. Mysterio ducks a title shot and hits Mysterio with a double A. Cena tosses the title out of the ring and calls for referee. Referee Eddie Rango runs down and starts to count 1, 2. Mysterio kicks out. Cena takes a moment before charging, but Mysterio drops him into the ropes. Mysterio hits a 619 before going to the top rope. Mysterio connects with a huge fog splash, but Cena rolls out of the pin. Powers Mysterio onto his shoulders for a thunderous attitude adjustment. 1, 2, 3, and bam! For the first time in his career, a new Intercontinental Champion, John Cena. John Cena has become a Grand Slam champion. He has ever been in the Intercontinental champion. He has never been the Intercontinental champion before. Cena says, "Thank you so much, Boston, because of you, the champ is here." Cena poses as the power kinetics go off. Man, Cena's Intercontinental champion is done. Cena, is all you fans say that Cena all you say that John Cena buried. A lot of you, I know some of you fans say that John Cena think and say that John Cena buried Dum Dum. But you're wrong. John Cena didn't bury Dirty Dum Dum. John Dum Dum buried himself. He brought it all upon himself. I mean, if he would have never came out in the ring and ran his mouth, if he would have never came out and ran his mouth, and he wouldn't, if he never came out and ran his mouth, Cena wouldn't take that title away from him. He ruins, yeah, he yeah, dirty. I'm no, yeah, the dumb, John Cena ruined his retirement with his big mouth. It's his fault. And I don't say it myself. That's why I said, and I also said this means Cena won't retire if he. I said to myself that Cena won't retire if he becomes Intercontinental Champion, but he became Intercontinental Champion. I mean, but I think he will retire if he drops the Intercontinental defends the Intercontinental Champion at Saturday Night's Main Event and on his retirement in December 13th of this year. I bet you John. I bet you Rey Mysterio is loving that his son got lost the Intercontinental title. Yeah, Cena poses with the title as the pyrotechnics go off. A little gorilla position. Intercontinental Champion John Cena celebrating the gorilla position with a bunch of WWE superstars. Cena greets Rey Mysterio and says that Dum Dum needed that ass whooping. Cena says Dum Dum is a good kid and he hopes it was a good reason. Cena then bumps into undisputed World Wrestling Entertainment Champion Cody Rhodes, who gets a mixed reaction. They embrace. Yeah, we know the history of these two. Yeah, we I find it strange. I find it strange that Cena and John Cena and Cody Rhodes feuded not too long ago at after he feuded not too long ago when Cena stabbed him in the back, and now they let bygones be bygones backstage. Video. Here we go. Last week on Raw, Logan Paul seemingly lined himself with a vision to take out World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk. Paul punched Punk with brass knuckles and they handed him to Paul Heyman. And I almost thought that Jey Uso was going to join him. Video earlier today, Logan Paul was shown entering the TD Garden. Damian Priest heads to the ring. He'll battle Rusev in the first round match of the Last Time Is Now tournament. Next. WWE honors all the veterans and armed forces ahead of the Veterans Day on November the 11th. You go to the TD Garden and hear a loud USA chant. Then go to commercial break. This past Friday on SmackDown, Aleister Black attacked Damian Priest in the eye. Here's the Last Time Is Now tournament. First round match, Damian Priest versus Rusev. Referee is Eddie Orlango. The bell rings and they lock up. Rusev powers Priest against the ropes and rubs the injured eye. Rusev clubs away at the spine and kicks him in the leg a few times. Priest turns Rusev around, punches away at him. Rusev reverses a whip into the corner, into the opposite, but Priest boots him back. Priest hits the ropes, but Rusev shoulders him down. Rusev takes him down with a spinning heel kick for a 1 count. Rusev kicks Priest in the chest and back, and Priest fights back with some strikes before reversing a whip and hitting a back elbow. Priest wrenches the arm and climbs to the ropes for the Undertaker's old school. But Rusev pulls him down into the ropes. Rusev connects with a fallaway slam that can knock Priest out of the ring. We return from the break to see both men getting to their feet and exchanging blows. Rusev reverses a whip, but Priest punches him down. Priest hits a back elbow in the corner, followed by a broken arrow for a 2 count. Priest hits the ropes, but Rusev kicks him in the head and takes him down for a 2 count. Rusev shouts that he wants John Cena. Priest's eyes giving him problems. Rusev kicks Priest in the chest a few times before Priest starts to absorb the blows. Priest kicks and punches Rusev before hitting a clothesline. Priest does an old school crossbody before pulling the straps down. Priest goes for a Salfafidum, but Rusev elbows out. Rusev attacks the injured eye and rips it. Rusev connects with a macho kick for the win. Winner by pinfall, Rusev. Wow, Rusev really buried Damien Priest, man. Rusev sits up and does John Cena's "You Can't See Me" taunt. Rusev says he can see Cena. Yeah, we know about the history between Cena and Rusev. It's been 10 years, Then we see a backstage segment. Raw GM Adam Pearce is talking with World Tag Team Champions AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. Styles says they're the tag team champions and wants to keep defending the titles. Pearce says he's in line with some. He says he'll line some opponents up for them. Do they have a tag team name? Lee suggests Dragons with Styles. Now how about the phenomenal? You should call yourselves the Phenomenal Dragons. Yeah, the Phenomenal Dragons, because AJ Styles is phenomenal, and Dragon Lee has the name Dragon. Yes, but Pearce and Styles don't like it. They'll keep working at it. Styles and Lee walk off, and Maxine Tree walks up to Pearce. The priest says she can train all she wants, but she's ready for Becky Lynch, the man whore Becky Lynch. Pearce says it will happen next week in Madison Square Garden. Women's Intercontinental Champion. Yeah, with it. Madison Square Garden. Yeah. Women's Intercontinental Champion, man whore Becky Lynch appears from out of nowhere and flattens her right hand. Lynch welcomes her to the big time. Yeah, welcome her. Yeah, you'll be welcome next week when she takes the Women's Intercontinental title from you. You fucking orange haired leprechaun. Yeah, you'll see. You'll see next Monday. Seth Rollins' orange haired leprechaun cunt of a wife. Yeah. Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Okay, World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk makes his entrance. We'll hear from him next. Commercial break. World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk addresses Logan Paul's attack. World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk says he is pissed off and isn't waiting for a douchebag to interrupt him. Punk is going to call him out. Punk is wearing his wrestling gear, but this is Boston, so he'll fight in the street. Last week he got hit in the brass knuckles by a piece of garbage named Logan Paul. Punk always knew he was a piece of garbage. Punk is putting his title on the line, but he will put his boot on his broccoli-headed millennial neck. Punk calls him to get the ass whooping he's earned. Paul saunters out to the stage. Why is Punk so pissed off? Because Paul is smarter than him? Here comes this arrogant wuss. Yeah. Paul says he's smarter than everyone in the building. Punk says he's just buying him some time. Paul tells him to shut up. He's punched the greatest boxer of all time, Floyd Mayweather, at a boohoo, yeah, so what? That was nothing compared to getting dropped by Bronson Reed. As much as I don't like Logan Paul, since they dropped dead since they dropped dead weight Seth Rollins. Even though I don't like Logan Paul. I'm not a Logan Paul fan. He has kind of a point about Seth Rollins. He's dead weight. Dead weight. I really don't care about him because he doesn't deserve to have that World Heavyweight title on him in the first place by Triple H's orders. Because of Triple H's booking. They made it clear that if you're not with them, you're gonna get cracked. Paul thought he knew it all, but since taking that tsunami, his eyes have been opened to a whole new vision. WWE Hall of Famer Paul Heyman comes out and joins Paul. He is soon followed by Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. Heyman sarcastically says to stop him if Punk has heard this before. Punk is the most likable human he's ever met. Punk is not friendless, not because they betray him, but because he betrays his friendships. Take it from Punk's former friend, best friend in the world. Punk is simply one miserable, rotten bastard. Whoa. Punk is the most unlikable person he's ever met. He can be more unlikable unless his name was AJ Lee. Whoa. That crossed the line. Punk says if his wife were here, she'd leave all four of them in a pool of their own piss and blood. Since she's not here, it's up to him. Now you think Heyman shouldn't had no right to go there. Heyman's a legend. Heyman's a legend, by the way. Heyman's a legend. Paul Heyman's a legend. He created ECW, Division and Paul head to the ring. So main event, Jey Uso gets in the ring and stand alongside Punk. Undisputed World Wrestling Entertainment Champion, the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, also runs down to stand alongside them. Division looks worried, but they also get in the ring to attack Paul, and gets Paul at the ringside and punches him down. Punk grabs Heyman. Paul cuts him off. Punk quickly sends him into the barricade. Rhodes grabs a steel chair and hits Breaker. Reed's isolated in the ring with Uso. Punk and Rhodes, they take turns hitting him. Punk hits Reed with a chair, and Rhodes using Uso clothesline him over the top rope. Punk, Rhodes, and Uso stand tall in the ring. The crowd, who earlier gave Rhodes a mixed reaction, happily sing his name. Replay. This past week on SmackDown, Lash Legend debuted and attacked Alexa Bliss, leading to Charlotte losing to Nia Jax. Miss My Hole. After Asuka attacked last week, Blue Miss. The locker room segment. WWE Women's Tag Team Champions Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss are warming up. They'll defend their tag titles against Kabuki Warriors later tonight. Raw Women's World Champion Stephanie McCare makes her entrance alongside WWE Hall of Famer Nikki Bella. McCare defending title against Raquel Rodriguez next. And we'll go to commercial break. Raw Women's World Championship Stephanie McCare with Nikki Bella versus Raquel Rodriguez with Roxanne Perez. Referees Danilo Fibio. The bell rings and they lock up. Rodriguez hits a Royce lock takeover and stands over the champion. Raquel kips up and grabs her waist lock, but Rodriguez backs her into a corner and elbows away at her head. Rodriguez hits a short arm and shoulder tackle. Raquel soon slides off her shoulders and hits a head scissor into a roll up for a 2 count. Rodriguez versus a whip, but Vaquera hits a hurricanrana to the ropes. Vaquera drop kicks her down and hits and sets her up. Wait, hold on. I messed up on something. I mean, for all of you, messed up. Said, I said that Survivor Series Wargames will be any good 1 week from this Saturday. I mean, it's 3 weeks. It's not this Saturday. 1 week from this Saturday. It's 3 weeks because it's on November 29th. Yeah, it's 3 weeks from 3 weeks from this Saturday night. 3 weeks from the Saturday night. I said 1 week by mistake. My mistake earlier. Okay. We have close down for 2 count. Yeah, on commercial break. Back from the break, Rodriguez is applying a gory special. Vaquera gets out of it and soon fires back with some strikes. Rodriguez drops her on the apron, but Vaquera punches her back. Vaquera connects with a diving crossbody block before hitting a meteor in the corner. Vaquera covers her for a 2 count. Vaquera sets up an SVB, but Rodriguez powers out. Vaquera counters the counter into a sunset flip attempt. Rodriguez powers her up and counters her a DET and hits a vertical suplex. Rodriguez hits the root ropes and drops her with a big boot for a 2 count. Rodriguez sets up for a Tijuana powerbomb, but Vaquera counters with a drag in the corner. Rodriguez drops a meteor and powers her up for a nasty running powerbomb to pick her up for a near fall. Vaquera pulls herself up and hits and blocks a corner clothesline before applying an armbar over the top rope. Rodriguez grabs Vaquera's feet, so Nikki Bella takes her out. Vaquera goes for a springboard crossbody, but Rodriguez catches her and hits a fallaway slam. Rodriguez goes for a slingshot elbow drop, but Vaquera avoids it and hits a devil's kiss. Vaquera lets her go and hits a super kick before going to the top rope. Vaquera hits her with a corkscrew moonsault for the win. Winner is still Raw Women's World Champion Stephanie Vaquera. Rodriguez attacks Vaquera from behind, so Bella takes her down and punches away at her. Vaquera super kicks Perez out of the ring and stands tall with Bella. Yeah, Perez becoming a little sore loser. Yeah, a little sore loser Roxanne was. Yeah, she stands tall with Bella. They embrace in the ring. Vaquera starts to celebrate until Nikki Bella flatlines her with a title shot to the skull. Bella holds her up the title and stands over Vaquera. Bella rips her t-shirt off to show off her fearless top. No, I never seen that coming. Wow, I've never seen that shit coming. That Nikki Bella would turn on Stephanie Vaquera. Please, no, if they, all I can say is this: if Triple H, Tony, Nick Khan, and Ari Emanuel TKO have Nikki Bella bury Stephanie, fuck them. I don't know why Jerry John Cena dared this bitch in the first place. I mean, he was already about to retire. I mean, please do not let Nikki Bella bury her. Please, she needs to go away. Completely need to go away. And we'll see a video for WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas commercial plays, which is stupid. I don't know why they were having that in Vegas. You know, Triple H. I mean, WWE needs to end their TKO deal. I know what's over their obsession with Las having them Las Vegas with WrestleMania 42, and their obsession with what is it with yeah, Crown Jewel in Crown Jewel Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia, having WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia in 2027. This is crazy. That's crazy. Okay, backstage 7, World Heavyweight Champion CM Punk with undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes and main event Jey Uso are talking backstage when Raw GM Adam Pearce walks up to them. Punk says they are physically okay, but they are done with the Vision and Logan Paul. Pearce asks if they're thinking what he is and calls over William Regal. Regal comes over and screams, "Wargames!" Wow, everyone's fired up. I was really surprised to see William Regal. Yeah, William Regal's a legend. He should be in the WWE Hall of Fame, you know. Shinsuke Nakamura makes his entrance. Will face Sheamus next. Then we go to commercial break. Last Time Is Now tournament final round match. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sheamus. Referee is Raj Zapata. We get a stalemate earlier on between these two fighters. Sheamus soon runs him over with his whole shoulder tackle, followed by a blocking clothesline, hitting a short arm clothesline. Nakamura fires back with a elbow and some drop kicks to the chest. Nakamura hits a spin kick to the jaw and hits a jaw and digs his boot into his chest. Sheamus fights back and hits a Falcon Arrow. Sheamus applies a Dublin smile before leaping onto the back. Sheamus punches Nakamura down in the corner before the referee backs him up. Nakamura challenges him to bring it. Nakamura attacks and sets him up on the top rope, but Sheamus avoids the knee. Nakamura gets out and the 10 beats and kicks away at him. Nakamura hits a diving knee drop to the head. Nakamura dives off the apron with a crossbody attempt, but Sheamus catches him and slams him into the ring apron. Then we go to commercial break. Back from break, Sheamus hits a rolling senton. Sheamus goes to the top rope, but Nakamura cuts him off. Sheamus hits a superplex for a 2 count. Nakamura knees him in the ribs and starts to kick him. Sheamus wants more. They trade blows before Nakamura hits the ropes, but Sheamus catches him with an Irish curse backbreaker. Sheamus hits the 10 beats of both around and sets up for the end. Nakamura cuts off a bro kick with a modified sling blade. Sheamus avoids a King Kasa, but Nakamura soon boots him back. Nakamura comes off the second rope, but Sheamus knees him in the face for 1-2. Nakamura grabs the bottom rope. Sheamus gets Nakamura on his shoulders and starts to climb the ropes. Nakamura gets out and hits a powerbomb for a near fall. Nakamura goes for a Kinshasa, but Sheamus rolls him up for a 2 count. Nakamura misses a kick but catches him in a rebound. Nakamura hits the ropes, but Sheamus drops him with a bro kick for the win. Winner by pinfall, Sheamus. Sheamus helps Nakamura up and celebrates with him. Video. Raw GM Adam Pearce announced the next Last Time Is Now tournament matches from Madison Square Garden. Siobhan Evans from NXT will battle the returning Gunther. Soul Silk will battle a mystery opponent. And next week, John Cena's final Raw. On the top of the 2 tournament matches, we also see the main whore Becky Lynch defend the Women's Intercontinental Championship against Maxine Dupree. Women's Tag Team Champion Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss make their entrance to face the Kabuki Warriors. Here we go. World Wrestling Entertainment Women's Tag Team Championship. Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss versus Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane. Referee is Jessica Carr. The bell rings and the Women's Tag Team Champions take it to the Kabuki Warriors. Charlotte Flair and Asuka soon tag in. Oscar reverses a whip to the corner, but Flair rolls up and lands on the apron. Flair knocks her back and rolls her up for a 2 count. Oscar misses a hip attack and Kairi Sane tags in. Sane hits a diving forearm for a 2 count. Flair soon drops her on the apron and boots her to the floor. Oscar tags in and goes for a baseball slide, but Kabuki Warriors avoid. Oscar distracts Bliss and takes Bliss out with a dive off the apron. Then go to commercial break. Back from a break, Bliss gets away from the Kabuki Warriors and tags Flair in. Flair takes him down and hits the Warriors with a moonsault. Flair covers Oscar for a 2 count. Flair and Oscar go at it before Flair counters an Empress of Impact with a German suplex. Bliss and Zane attack Zane. Bliss hits Zane with a natural selection. As Flair attempts it on Oscar, Oscar counters it with an Oscar lock. Flair quickly rolls over and picks up a 2 count. Flair goes for a tag, but Zane pulls Bliss down. Oscar knees Flair in the face and applies a cross arm breaker. Flair fights out and applies a Boston Crab. Oscar counters for a roll up for a 2 count. Oscar kicks her in the head and hits the ropes, but Flair big boots her down. Flair applies a figure 8. As she does, Bliss grabs Zane and hits Sister Abigail. And then bam, Nia Jax and Lash Legend pull Flair's arms out and attack Alexa Bliss. The Kabuki Warriors take it to Flair. They hit her with a reverse DDT and insane elbow for the win. And winners by pinfall are new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, the Kabuki Warriors. Wow. Nia my whole Jax. Nia my whole Jax. And Lash Legend just screwed Charlotte and Alexa. What a Boston screw job tonight. It's unbelievable. What a Boston screw job. And then this happened. Nia Jax and Lash Legend take it to Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. They then walk up to the Women's Tag Team Champions. They turn around and attack Flair and Bliss. Io Sky runs down for the save. Io Sky pulls the top rope down and get on Legend out of the ring. Sky kicks Jax and hits the Kabuki Warriors with a springboard missile dropkick. Sky celebrates with a big reaction. Sky hits some Shotai uppercuts on Jax, and Jax counters, and Legend wipes Sky with a forearm. This is my brutality. Rhea Ripley runs down in a face mask and attacks everyone. Ripley attacks everyone and clears the ring. Ripley then sends Zayn over the top rope with a razor's edge into everyone. Ripley shouts, "Wargames!" Yep, Wargames. Yeah, Rhea Ripley is back. So the real question is, pretty bad show. Bad show. Tonight was good, but it was bad. The real question is, will Survivor Series Wargames be any good 3 weeks from this Saturday night? Time will tell. Time will tell. Well, that'll do it for my review for tonight. Now, all you know what it's time for. It's time for All you know what it's time for. It's time for. It's time for Justin's Time History. All the wrestling birthdays, pop culture, history, and birthdays. All you in some sports. All you hear that thing is a thing from Back to the Future, starring Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd, celebrated his 40th anniversary on July 3rd, 2020, because the movie was released on July 3rd, 1985, in theaters nationwide. So let's get down to business with everything. Let's go to the Saturday. Yeah, let's see. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Saturday. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Yeah, Saturday, November the 8th. Okay. Last Saturday was a happy 75th birthday to Mary Hart, host of Entertainment Tonight. She turned 75 last Saturday. She appeared at She made a WrestleMania appearance. She turned 75 last Saturday. In November 8, 2015, we lost a wrestler. His name is Don Fargo. German. He was a German wrestler. He was born. His real name was Don V. Colt. German wrestler. He died of cancer. He wrestled in AWA and he wrestled in WWE, when it was called the World Wrestling Federation. He died on November 8th, 2015. Julia Hart, and no relation to Mary Hart, host of Entertainment Tonight. She turned Yeah, Julia Hart from AEW. She turned 24. No relation to Brett Owen or Owen. British wrestler Candy Floss. She turned 26 last Saturday. Ted DiBiase Jr., son of WWE Hall of Famer Ted, the son of WWE Hall of Famer Ted DiBiase, the $1 million Man, turned 43 last Saturday. Treach Phillips turned 71 last Saturday. Let's see what else. And on 1935, November the 8th, a movie was released in theaters, and it's an Academy Award-winning film. It was released on November 8th, 1935. It's called really good movie. Released in 1935. It's called Mutiny on the Bounty. It starred um, Charles Lawton and the late Clark Gable. Really good movie. It's a Academy Award-winning film, Mutiny on the Bounty. Okay, what else? See what else. And in 1985, on Friday Night Titans. Yeah, Friday Night Titans. Jimmy Hart joins the show to express his frustration with Junkyard Dog plus Bruno Sammartino. Um, and then Nikolai Volkov with Classic Freddie Blassie with Ricky Dragon Steamboat, many more guests on the show. Then a couple of movies released in 1985. A couple of movies released in theaters in 1985. That day, November the 8th. Bring On the Night documentary film. It had Sting, Daryl Jones in it, and Branford Marcel. So we'll Bring On the Night. That Was Then, This Is Now. Starring Miguel Estevez and Craig Sheffer. Supporting cast of this movie includes Kim Delaney, Morgan Freeman, and Larry B. Scott from Revenge of the Nerds. And yeah, Morgan Freeman is supporting role in this movie. It also stars Barbara Badcock, actress in this movie, and 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 one really good movie here. I know a good friend of mine from Pittsburgh remember this movie, Target. Target starring Gene Hackman and Matt Dillon. Target, really good movie. Really good movie. Yeah, a friend of mine. I know a friend of mine from Pittsburgh remember this movie. It's a really good movie. Really, really good movie. Pittsburgh. See what else? Let's go to November the 9th, shall we? November the 9th. See what else? Okay, November the 9th. Yesterday was a happy birthday. Happy 55th birthday to Chris Jericho, Y2J. He turned 55 yesterday. Y2J. Yeah, Nick Patrick. Nick Patrick. Yeah, Nick Patrick, wrestler returned 66 yesterday. Yeah, Pete Dunne. Yeah, Pete Dunne turned. Pete Dunne, he turned 32 yesterday. Pete Dunne. Yeah, Pete Dunne turned 32 yesterday. Okay, 1985. Now, 1985, CBS Saturday Morning airs the season finale, the first season finale of Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling. The episode was called Buster, where Junkyard Dog invents a robot. I think, yeah, Junkyard Dog. The episode cartoon Junkyard Dog invents a robot. Then on WWF Championship Wrestling, Hillbilly Jim and Uncle Elmer defeated the Daryl Bowen and Joe Murto. Big John Studd with Bobby the Brain Heenan and King Kong Bunny defeated Sal Gee. The Bulldogs, David Boy Smith and the Dynamite Kid with Captain Will Bond defeated Mr. X, the Menace. Paul defeated the Gladiator. The Hart Foundation, Bret Heenan Hart and Jim the Anvil Neidhart where Jimmy Hart defeated Jimmy Jackson and Steve Gabriel. Hulk Hogan got Rest of Soul defeated Rusty Brooks to retain the WWE Championship until the Macho Man Randy Savage came out and interfered and confronted Hogan. Then on God Rest His Soul, we just lost Hogan this year, and wrestling's never be the same again without him. Then on Monday Night Raw, this November 9th, 2015, leading up to Survivor Series 2015, leading up to Survivor Series. Roman Reigns defeated The Big Show in the WWE World Heavyweight Title Tournament first round match. Kevin Owens defeated Titus O'Neil in the WWE World Heavyweight Title Tournament first round match. Becky the Man Whore Lynch defeated Paige. Dolph Ziggler defeated The Miz in the WWE World Heavyweight Title Tournament first round match. Natalya defeated Naomi with Sasha Banks and Tamina. Cesaro defeated Sheamus and King Barrett in the WWE World Heavyweight Title Tournament first round match. Dean Ambrose defeated Tyler Breeze with Summer Rae in the WWE World Heavyweight Title Tournament first round match. New Day, Big E, Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods defeated Neville and Jimmy Usos in the Usos, Jimmy and Jay. Yeah, Triple H offered Roman Reigns a bye in the tournament. And then see what else. We see the return of Kane, Undertaker, and Kane. And when the Wyatt fight energized them, yeah, the return of Brothers Destruction. They finally got their revenge last month on that day, November 9th, 2015. Now let's go to November the 11th, November the 10th. Hold on a second. Yeah, see on Monday Night Football, the Bears beat the Chicago Bears beat the San Diego Chargers 22-19. I forgot that name. Okay, Marshall Von Erich of the Von Erich family, he turns 33. Ryback, who says feed me more, he turns 44 today. And Randy Orton's father, Bob Orton Jr., he turns Cowboy Bob Orton, he turns 75 today. Yeah. And let's see what else. Pop culture, some movies. See pop culture, some movies. Okay. On this day, 1995, a movie, Ace Ventura: Pet Detective, starring Ace Ventura: When Nature Calls, starring Jim Carrey, was released in theaters on this day in 1995, November 10th, 1995. And let's see. And a little sports on this day, 1975, on ABC's Monday Night Football, the Kansas City Chiefs defeated the Dallas Cowboys 34-31. And that will do it. That will do it for my review. The Godfather Soldiers was, for everything, got everything, pop culture, everything. The Godfather Soldiers was slamming. As the late Chad Henshaw would say, I like to dress like Chubby Checker, sing like Lionel Richie. Like to get, get in the hot tub, gonna be like to get in the hot tub, gonna be dry, gonna be wet, gonna be get me high or something, gonna be wet. I can't remember what said. Referring to Eddie Murphy doing an impression of James Brown on Saturday Night Live back in the '80s. On Saturday Night, I never grew up in the '80s, I grew up in the '90s, but I saw reruns of old school Saturday Night Live when I was little. So I hope y'all have a good night. I'm the Godfather Soldiers and Slimming. And tonight I'm going to close out some little bit of music for all of you. This song from the 1985 movie Like Night starring Mikhail Baryshnikov and Gregory Hines. The movie is called Separate Lives, Love Theme, sung by Phil Collins and Marilyn Martin. So hope all have a good night. And here it is, Cookout. It was a Academy Award nomination song. This song from the movie White Nights. Here it is, "Separate Lives" by Phil Collins and Marilyn Martin. No good friend of mine from Pittsburgh remembers that song because he grew up in the '80s. He was born in '76. So here it is. I hope you have a good night. I'm out of here. Peace.